Okay. All right, welcome. This is Maniac Tim from Maniac Sports. Um, how you guys doing today? I'm not gonna be on here too long. If I look tired, I am. I had a lot of sleep, but just thought I'd come on for a little bit, kind of recap what went on yesterday. Uh, Maniac Army is going to be my group. Once I get to where I can get people to join the channel. Um, but I want you guys to like and subscribe to this channel. Um, okay, to Maniac Sports, YouTube, Maniac Sports, Twitch. These are the places where you guys can find me. Um, Man, this really looks bad. I really don't look good at all today. Uh, but yeah, that's what happens when you don't get a lot of sleep. But so I hope everybody's doing good. Uh, Tonight's game. Well, let's pull up the NFL. Oh gosh, it's gonna be a bad day at work. I can tell. Okay. NFL schedule. Okay, Seahawks at New York Giants. This is gonna be tonight's game. All right. Let's go with a share screen. All right. Share. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be the game tonight, of course. No, we're gonna look at. We're gonna look at the standings. Okay, so the standings you got right now. You got a lot of 3-1 teams. Um, Games. Okay, games in week 4. Man, I'm tired. Sorry, guys. I want to change. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, no, don't want that one. Hmm. I don't know if I. Yeah, I'm just also testing out some things here. Okay, so yeah, we don't got nobody kind of watching anyway. But we're gonna go with this screen. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let's get. Yeah, we want you guys to like and subscribe to my channel. Definitely. But okay. Shoot. I'm so tired. I'm sorry. Okay, so we're gonna go back. Okay, of course, Thursday night games. We all know the Lions beat the Packers. That's old news by now. Um, Packers have lost to Lions four straight times. So it's yeah, the tide is turning over in the NFC North. Uh, but yet the Lions cannot be fooled. The Lions fans we still got a lot of work ahead of us. Yeah, I'm a Lions fan, so you're gonna get a lot of Lions news, and you're gonna get a lot of Lions deals that come out here. But in looking at the schedules and the wins, the scores of the games, the uh, the Falcons fell to the Jaguars, Jacksonville Jaguars, London, England, 9:30 in the morning. Was no excuse. Both of those teams had to get up early, um, but they fell to the Jaguars 7-23. So Jaguars over the Falcons, uh, 23-7. Uh, Rams bested the Colts 29-23 at Indianapolis. Ravens really killed the Browns 28-3. Of course, Deshaun Watson was not there. Minnesota Vikings finds their first win, where the Panthers are still looking for their first win. So I think that's, if I'm right, I do. Yeah, Panthers. Yeah, the Panthers are now 0-4. So the Lions cannot let a 0-14 beat them. That's one thing they got to do, especially at their home. Lions cannot Lions cannot let a team come in and uh, beat them. They just can't do it. So they got to go ahead and we know how things went last year. Panthers are currently on a 2-game winning streak against us, against the Lions. So we just can't do that. Um, we will. Let's go back and look at the scores, and we'll take a look at the standings as they stand currently. But we'll go back. Take a. Okay, so Vikings bested the Panthers 21-13. Bengals fell to the Titans by quite a score. Joe Burrows is just trying to play hurt. Things ain't working out for him. Things just ain't working out for Joe Burrows this year. Cincinnati, I don't see any hope for them. It's just not. It's just not going to happen. Um, the Buccaneers beat the Saints 26-9. Bills gave the Dolphins their first loss of the season. Dolphins 20, Bills 48 at Buffalo. The Broncos came back to in the second half to beat the Chicago Bears. Justin Fields had a great half from what I heard. He really looked like an outstanding quarterback. But this is a 60-minute game. It's not a 30-minute game. You gotta play for 60 minutes, and you gotta be able to keep your composure even when you're down. Even when they're coming back, because that's what's going to save the team. And hey, Bears are known for dropping a lead. That's one thing that they used to do a lot against Green Bay. Is they would go ahead and be leading Green Bay, and then they would, somehow end up with a loss. Um, the Raiders lost to the Chargers at San Diego. Oh, not San Diego, at Los Angeles. Uh, Raiders could only muster 17 points, where the Chargers got 24 points. Arizona may put up a fight and may have handed Dallas last week their first loss, but not against San Francisco. San Francisco 49ers went ahead and proved too tough for Arizona. Arizona made it look good at towards the end. They were starting to come back, but then um, Brock Purdy and company went ahead and sealed the deal and bested them. Uh, Put up a score of 35 points, where the Carolina Panthers could only muster up 18 points in San Francisco. Bill Belichick is like reeling after the loss that the Cowboys gave him. The boys were back in their early season form after being after losing to Arizona last week. The boys just went. Cowboys just went ahead, got back in the beatdown that was given to the Patriots was Bill Belichick's first loss. Game was not even close. There was nothing that coaching could do. They were just outclassed, outbeat, and outplayed. The Patriots just couldn't really do anything right. The defense for Dallas rose to the occasion. Went ahead and stopped Mac Jones, and then Mac Jones really didn't look that great. Um, but hey, um, it just ended up being it still counts as one game. But the Patriots are not what they used to be when they had Tom Brady. Okay, on our Sunday night game, uh, we had the Chiefs went ahead and surprisingly, yeah, they could have won this by 10 points if Patrick Mahomes wanted to run into the end zone, but he just went ahead and stopped at the 1 yard line. That way, at the end of the night, they could just run out the clock. Um, a little bit of controversial calls by the referees. Um, some calls that should have been called, some calls that should, I mean, in some ways, you could think that uh, the Jets should have won the game, but and that the refs were kind of for Kansas City. When you're the Super Bowl champs, you end up getting calls that other people don't get. Just ask Tom Brady. Just ask Tom Brady. He found out. He was. The first call that he got was when it was his Tampa. He hadn't gotten any penalties called against him before, but heartbreaker for the Jets. The Jets played their hearts out. Zach Wilson took credit for the loss. If it wouldn't have been a fumble, if whatever, if it wouldn't have been a fumble, Jack Wilson would have not, the Jets would not have lost, in his opinion, uh, because they had control of the ball back then. But he fumbled the snap, and it just became an unfortunate incident. And then, even though the Jets had um, the holding, the Jets were tagged for holding, and that gave Patrick Mahomes and company the first down that they needed. And it was also their running back went ahead and saved their ass. So that's basically what happened. Patrick Mahomes had an ugly game, but just like anybody, he'll take the win because it's a win. even though, in my opinion, they really didn't deserve that. But okay, Seahawks. Seahawks play tonight. They go ahead and they take on the New York Giants. So we're gonna go back to the NFC standings here. Okay, so the Seahawks are now currently 2-1, 2 wins, 1 loss. You know, where you have the Giants. Giants are 1 win, two losses. Even though I think the Seahawks are going to win this one, I kind of am rooting for the Giants just because it's going to put the Lions in more favorable position, but in making the playoffs because the Seahawks did beat the Lions. But the Lions right now they control their own destiny, and that's that's what needs to happen. Looking at games to come, so we gotta go back to the schedule here. Games. Uh, Next week games. Okay. Washington will host the Bears on Thursday night. Uh, Gosh, I don't see the Bears winning their first game against Washington. Washington has dropped a couple games in a row here. It's just they played better teams. Um, Let me pull up though. Okay, so Washington. Uh, of course, yesterday they lost to the Eagles. Then they lost to the Bills the week before. Uh, they barely beat the Broncos, and of course they gave Arizona their first loss. So they're 2-2 basically right now. 2 wins, 2 losses. Um, so we're gonna yeah, let's get back to the games. Okay, so next week we have the Saints will go ahead and visit Foxborough Stadium and the Patriots. Oh, okay. Let's back up here. The Jacksonville Jaguars will be in London facing the Bills. So that Bills may have a little bit of jet lag. Uh, this is Jacksonville's second straight week in London. It'll be in a different stadium, but than what it was in the first game. It was in Wilmington Stadium, I think it was. It's thing, but um, so that'll be at 9:30 in the morning. The Saints, of course, go down to Foxborough and play the Patriots. Tennessee will go down to the Colts. Ravens play their arch rivals, the Steelers, at Pittsburgh. Carolina, of course, goes to Detroit. Detroit has a lot to prove in this one. This is a home game. This is one game that Detroit needs to prove that they're real. Um, last year, Carolina opened up a can of whip ass on Detroit and just went ahead and showed us they were the better team last year. And it could be said that that was, if we would have, if the Lions would have won that game, because the Lions were hot as hell, that at that time, if the Lions would have won the game, the Lions probably would have made the playoffs. So they got, so there's something to play for there. Um, Plus, the Panthers are 0-4. Maybe they're thinking first round draft pick. I don't know, because the Panthers just have not been able to get themselves together any more than the Bears, because those two are still the two winless teams, the Chicago Bears and the Michigan Panthers, not Michigan, the Carolina Panthers. All right. Texans will go down to the Falcons. Texans had a big win. Atlanta's, Atlanta has had a couple games losing streak. So look for this to be a good game. Um, you know, Definitely look for next week for that to be a good game. I'm not gonna pick a score here yet. Giants will go down to Miami. Uh, they got, you know, I think Miami. I'm sorry. I think Miami is going to go ahead and blow the Giants away. There's just no way. There's Miami's going to be fit to be tied after losing. You know, and unless they follow what Buffalo did, the recipe that Buffalo did to go ahead and but the Giants are not the team that the Bills are. So uh, Arizona or Cincinnati goes down to Arizona or over to Arizona, whatever, to play the Cardinals. This ought to be a good one too. The Rams or the Eagles go over to SoFi Stadium to take on the Rams. That ought to be a good game. Uh, Jalen Hurts against Matthew Stafford. Um, the Jets will go ahead and try to take their revenge out on the Broncos. After this embarrassing loss. Uh, Vikings, Chiefs are going to need to play better, and so the Vikings are going to need to play better in order for one of these two teams to go ahead and come up with a match. But I think the Chiefs are going to be too strong, to to anything. Um, the probably the best game, probably the best game of the week is going to be a old rivalry. East meets West. The East Coast Dallas Cowboys goes over to the West Coast San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco has been the one that put them out, that's put the Cowboys out of the playoffs the last 2 years. So this is a little bit of revenge time. Both teams are playing well offensively and defensively. It's 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 at San Francisco. That's gonna be hard for Dallas, but Dallas. Other than that one loss, Dallas has been kicking ass and taking names. So I think that's gonna be a good game. Yeah, I don't even want to try to pick that game because both these teams are very 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 good teams. Uh, Green Bay will go over down to the Nevada Raiders. Las Vegas, Nevada Raiders. Ugh, wow, I I don't see it. I don't. Green Bay is. I mean, I hope the Raiders. I hope to God Almighty that the Raiders can go ahead and just freaking win this game. But OMG, OMG. This is something that is going to, it's, yeah, yeah. It is something that the Raiders are going to need to go ahead and after the Packers were humiliated more or less by Detroit Lions. But you never know when the refs are going to bail the Packers out either. And that's just a fact. That's just a fact. And that'll be next Monday night. Ugh. I just know I'm. Okay, so my standings on. Oh, my standings on. God. Sorry, man. You know, I okay. Okay. I'm gonna do a little. All right, so the standings here. Okay. Wins and loss. I'm gonna do the ones that I picked. So I got a W here because I picked Jacksonville to win. Didn't do so good on the score separation that I picked. I picked the Rams to beat the Colts, so I had a W there. I lost. I lost with the Panthers and the Vikings. Uh, I lost with the Bengals and the Titans. So far I'm 2-2. Uh, Buccaneers and Saints. I did win that game. I lost the game on the Bills. Broncos at 1. Eagles at 1, even though that was in overtime. Texans I lost. Chargers I won. And I won the Carolina. And I won the Dallas. As you see, and I won the Chiefs. So far, and of course we still. I won the Ravens. Oh no. Yeah, I did. I did win the Ravens Brown. So W's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I picked 8 games right. And which ones did I pick wrong? I picked 1, 2, 3, 3. So I'm doing pretty good. All right, so thank you guys for coming in. Uh, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, subscribe, join the Maniac Army once we do get it. Where do you find me? All right. Okay, if you're watching on Facebook, these are two other places you can find me. Tim's Maniac Sports YouTube and Maniac Sports Twitch. And of course on Facebook it's just Maniac Sports. Um, or it's my name Tim Becker. But I know I need to get some I need to get a nap in before I go to work. That sounds bad. But thank you guys. Uh, I'm going to try to come back on later on tonight. Or well, it's probably going to be 1 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. But this is Maniac Tim. You guys all have a great day. I'll try to do a recap on at some point on the Monday night game. Wow. Hey, this is yeah. I ain't got no more energy. I gotta end this. I gotta end this. Okay. How is this? All right. Thank you guys. We're gonna end this stream right now, boo.